Hey, good evening. It's Letitia, aka Legs Delicious, from a late night talk show every Sunday from 9 to 11. I just wanted to address this video that has gone viral in relation to the young lady that and her crew that bullied a young lady and kind of beat her up on the street. Now, we have to look at what we're doing as a community. Now, it was felt that this video should be forwarded until the mum sees it, okay? Now, obviously, one of these children videoed this video in the first instance, yeah, and enabled it to then go viral. But what you have to look at here is the bigger picture, because everyone was saying, let's send this video out to find the parent. But where did you lot think about the child that was the victim? So you've now further victimized this child on social media because it's gone viral, it's gone nationwide, and this little girl, everybody's seen her being bullied and abused by a fellow student, yeah? So now, what happens now? Mum sees this video, mum retaliates with some violent and just terrible behavior. Everybody says, yeah, well, we can expect that from the mum because look at the child. Fair enough. That's not the child's fault that she was raised by a parent like that. But equally, you have to look at it from this way. The mother is shamed, so what's she gonna do? She could have done two things, actually. She could have said, got her daughter to do a video, issued a video saying, you know what, I'm sorry and I apologize for my behavior. That would have been the most appropriate thing to do, but that's not what she did, which has now made people even more angry. But what my point is this, is that we have to look at how we are victimizing our children. That young lady was victimized and bullied and abused. But what we've now done is further victimized and bullied the other child, because yes, she did a wrong thing, but two wrongs do not make a right. Because what's now going to happen is that this young lady is now going to be victimized. So she victimized this young girl, she bullied her and beat her up. But now she's at risk and her life is at risk because people don't have no behavior. So they're going to be like, what? You did that to that little girl, watch what I'm going to do to you. Yes, she'll probably be suspended, which means she's not going to have no education. She's not going to be able to go to an appropriate school. She may end up in a PRU, yeah? The other side of that is that she could then be beaten up by several other people that want to take revenge for what she did. And do we say, yes, good, serves her right? And then what happens when she turns up dead because someone has taken it too far and beat this child senseless? Remember, these children are underage. I'm not condoning what she did, but what I'm condoning is what we are doing. Now, I didn't share that video. I actually deleted it and have received it so many times. And this is the same thing that I'm saying to everybody that's sending this message, that you are further abusing the child that got beaten up, yes? Because she has to live with the whole world seeing her being beaten up on the street. And even though there's messages of support, her mental health when she's in her home by herself, nobody knows how that's going to affect her, to know that the whole world saw this happen to her. So we pray that she's got strong parents and that she's strong within herself to overcome this. That's the first thing. The second thing now is the child that did this to her now. What happens to her mental health? Yes, she acted like she was big, strong like an ox. But is she really? She was showing off in front of her friends. Yeah, she's the big gal. She was showing off. But now what's going to happen to her is what we have to look at, her mental health and how things may be retaliated onto her. Where does her life go from here? Is it fair that now her life is now going to probably be over to a degree, because they're probably going to end up with victim protection, because people are going to be victimizing the mum and the family, because also the mum's behavior was terrible in response to this. The right thing would have been for whoever saw that to take that video to the school, identify the school and deal with it with the school, because obviously the child's parent would have gone to the school and said, this is what happened to my child. The little girl, I know she would have told her parents who did this to her, because they go to the same school. We as a community need to take responsibility for our actions. I don't never see none of this kind of behavior from other cultures. And maybe because I don't affiliate, not on purpose, with other cultures, but even for the amount of things that I'm involved with, I don't see this coming out of the European community in any way, shape or form. Why are we victimizing our children and putting ourselves out there on the firing line for this kind of thing? We need to take responsibility. We're out here talking about knife on knife crime or black on black crime and knife crime and stop knife crime and gun crime. How different is this? Yes, we used to fight when we was in school, but the difference is when we was in school, there was no social media. So there was no memories for this to continue for the rest of one's life. But now it's on social media, and social media is detrimental to these children's health, life, and mental health. And we need to take responsibility. The amount of adults that resent out that message is ridiculous. Why are you not sending out positive messages? You're sending out the negativity. Do you know that negativity gets shared? That video came to me so many times in how many hours? It's not even a joke. Why are we not sending positive videos around at that rate? Because we're trying to change our community. We're supposed to be trying to change the narrative. How different is that video from seeing a video of someone getting stabbed? Think about it. It's the same thing. Take responsibility. Take responsibility. Everyone keeps on saying it takes a village to raise a child, but what did this village just do to those two children? And yes, I'm putting them both in the same pot, because now they are both in the same pot. The child needs help, but equally mum needs help to understand what her child did was inappropriate. Come on guys, let's pick up. Stop the violence, stop the black on black crime, stop the crime. Stop the crime with our young people is what we should be talking about. Because it's not even about black on black crime, it's about crime in general. Yeah? So take responsibility and act like a grown-up and be a parent or be a village raiser of the community. Blessings.